just really needed to get off my chest and just tell y'all about. Because y'all ever just go through some stuff in life and you just be sitting there thinking, like, you be reliving moments from your, and you be like, why the heck did I do that? Why? Why? Like, why didn't you know better, girl? Why didn't you know better? Y'all, so, whew, I have a story about the time I dated a bum and I didn't know he was a bum. Man, this dude was not only a bum, y'all, but this dude was playing me to the left, to the left. And I didn't even know it. And I was so young, y'all. I was like 19. I was like 19 years old. Matter of fact, I wasn't even 19 yet, to be honest. Nope, I wasn't 19 yet. I was 18. I was 18 years old, not knowing that I was dating a bum, y'all. I was dating a total loser. I mean, the big L. So I had met this guy. I'm going to call him X, through my cousin, and my cousin and him were very close friends. Now, mind you, it wasn't a hookup type of situation. My cousin wasn't trying to hook up. I did used to smoke weed back in the day, or at least I used to try to smoke weed back in the day, y'all. I used to try, okay? I wasn't successful at it because I had asthma and it sent me to the hospital always. So, anyways, my cousin then would have something they call sets. So, cousin had this set. He invited his friend over. I wasn't really interested in his friend because, to be honest, friend wasn't really my type. I didn't really think he was really cute or anything. But I guess during that set, the friend thought I was appealing. So my cousin called his friend over, and all my cousins are there. All the friends are over there. Y'all know how that be. We playing music, and I'm just being me, my authentic self, just being silly, telling jokes, and just doing stuff that people be like, "Girl, you used to eat chop when you were young." But anyways, let me get straight into the story, y'all. So the guy and my cousin was smoking, and I'm sitting there with them, and I'm just standing there. So my cousin was like, "Oh, she can't smoke with us." So he's just like, "Why can't she smoke with us?" And he's like, "Man, nah. If she starts smoking, we're gonna end up in the hospital. We're gonna be in the ER, or we're gonna be trying to calm her down because she's gonna be seeing ghosts." Yes, y'all. When I smoked weed, I seen ghosts. Straight up. I'm not lying. I don't know. Straight some just some weird stuff. But anyways, so the guy, he's like funny. He's like she's funny. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that you're saying this." He's like, "Are you for real?" He's like, "Yeah. I'm so for real." So he's like, "Man, be nice. She can't be that bad." So they let me hit the blunt. And why did they let me hit the blunt, yo? And I know I don't really know how to smoke, but I'm trying. So I'll take a puff. And I start gagging, I start choking, I'm foaming at the mouth. And they're laughing at me. And he's like, my cousin's like, "See, this is why we don't let her smoke, man. This is why. This is why." He snatched the blunt from me. He's like, "Man, no, never again." So the guy is sitting there, he thinks it's funny. We're chopping it up. So my cousin embarrassed me. So I'm a roaster. So I start roasting, bro, right? So his friend thought that was funny. So now I decided to go about my business because, let men do men stuff. So I'm in there with my cousins, and they're like, "Oh, my nickname's Piggy. Don't we come in here with the comments with the jokes like, I see why your nickname Piggy, because I just got fat." But anyways, my cousins and I'm like, "Piggy, come in here and bust some moves." So now I bust moves, y'all. I was on the floor, dancing, button up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in there like this, y'all. I'm hitting Michael Jackson. I hit him with the this and then this. So I guess he thought that was funny. So my cousin like, "Yo, X wants your number." And I'm like, "I don't know. X not really that cute." You know what I'm saying? He had like that tartar at the bottom of his teeth and stuff. And I was like, "I don't even know, man." My cousin like, "You're just so judgy." And I was. But again, I was 18. I'm like, I brushed my teeth. I don't have no plaque, no tartar, My gums are nice. Dude's gums were kind of black and pink at the same time, indicating that he did not have good oral hygiene. But I digress because I let him have my number anyways. What the heck wrong with me, y'all? Anyway, I gave him my number. So I was like, "All right, cool." So he called me, and my other cousin was gonna hook me up with her friend. So her friend come over, because this is her husband's friend. And I hooked her and her husband up. This is her husband and her husband's friend. So they come over. And so I'm like, okay. So the one guy is sitting on the couch and another dude came over and they're like, oh, he's interested in you. I'm like, at this point, are y'all trying to pimp me out? Cause what the fuck? So anyway, so my other cousin, his friend X came in the house. So he comes in, he looks around, he like, why these niggas in here like this? Excuse my language. Why these men's in here like this? And I'm like sitting on the couch all the way from them, like, bro, I don't know what they doing. So even though he wasn't attractive like that, and the other ones were, the other guys were attractive, they were fine. Fine. Anyways, he came in and he dominated the situation, even though he was not my choice. I love the way he dominated the situation. He sat on the couch for a few seconds and he knew they was there for me. He knew they was there for me. Because, you know, baby, back in the day, we had applications. It was like, baby, we're not just choosing antibiotics out here. But anyways, he took charge. He got up. He said, yo, let's split. Let's go do something. Baby, say less. Say less. Say less. So we did. Man, I thought we about to go somewhere special. He took me to McDonald's. But I was 18. I was young, y'all. I was stupid. I was like, can I get a happy meal with extra sauce? Double nuggets? A bigger tasty? I'm playing. But anyways. So this guy, you know, he was very sweet. I didn't know how to drive at the time, y'all. Mind y'all, I'm 18. I can't drive. He taught me how to drive. Y'all, he did some illegal activities. He did. And I never dated no one who did illegal activities, y'all. Never. And he taught me a lot. He taught me how to hustle. He taught me how to make money. He taught me how to drive. He taught me how to budget. I'm like, huh? He's like, yo, you got this money? He wasn't one of those guys. He was like, give me your money and I'll flip it. He was one of those guys like, huh, take this and flip it. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm learning, y'all, money management. Anyways, so my mama approached me. My mama like, listen, he ain't for you. I said, Mama, why is you hating like this? She said this. She said, you are not the type of girl who is made for a man like that. That is destruction for your life. And I'm like, oh, Mom, you hate. You know how us girls be dumb as heck. 18, think we know everything. My mama was right, y'all. My mama was right. This guy started taking me through the ringer, okay? I'm sitting here beefing with girls over him. I've never beefed with a girl over a man a day in my life, y'all. Mind y'all, never. So come find out, he didn't even have a job. When he told me he had a job, I'm 18. Like I said, y'all, I ain't never dealt with nothing like this. He was a street pharmacist. That's not a legitimate job. You cannot file taxes or a 401k on that. That's what my mom was trying to tell me. But I wasn't listening. But I knew because, you know, but I still thought he had a job because most street pharmacists got regular jobs. Boy had me beef with his baby mama. I didn't even know he had a baby, y'all. Until one day he like, hey, ride with me, go pick up my daughter. I'm sitting there in the car like this. You got a daughter? Where did she come from? Seriously. So guys, let me tell you, the moment I found out he had a daughter, I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna deal with it because it is what it is. I got kids. I got 2 kids. Okay, cool. Met his daughter. She's a sweetie pie. Right? She was a sweetie pie. And then I always had like money and stuff. So like I just always, when he started teaching me budgeting, I started budgeting so well that I always had money. Like, you know, when you're 18 and you stay with your parents, most 18-year-olds are blowing their money. They're kicking it. Not me, honey. I paid my mama bills. I paid my bills and I looked out for my siblings. He did teach me some stuff, y'all. Now I took that money and I was flipping my money. So now he's like, okay, now you need to go get your place. Okay, I had to go through some stuff. Then I'm like, okay, let me go get my place. So he did help me, he helped motivate me in some ways, y'all. But then again, with that motivation, I almost lost my life. With that motivation, I almost went to jail. With that motivation, I found myself in deep, dark, deep depression. And then I realized that man was a bum. He didn't work. He was messing with multiple women. And he had me all up in all type of stuff. And this is stuff I had never went through before, y'all. So mind you, my cousin, I ain't gonna say his name. We're gonna call him D. My cousin D. his girlfriend and I were like best friends. We're like sisters. So his girlfriend, I would let my boyfriend take her home because I'm like, this is my girl. This is my sister. This is my man. Can y'all imagine what happened? 22, 22. Yes, y'all, that's what happened. But I didn't find out like right then and there. I found out because her cousin, which is my good friend, and my other cousins, this is some ghetto stories, y'all. Other cousins' baby mother, she called me like, girl, hey, you know Anime was over here with X? I said, what you mean Anime was over there with X? Girl, he dropped her off because I told him to drop her off because she needed a ride. I had to go to work. I ain't had time. She says, no, girl. No, girl. My mama caught them in the house together in the basement. My mama put her out. I said, say what now? Girlfriend, say what? What? Say what? Say it again. She said, girl, she was hooking up with your man. I said, girl, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Y'all, my best friend was hooking up with my man. And mind you, my best friend is my cousin's girlfriend, and my cousin is my man's best friend. Right. Right. Messed up, right? Right. They just hooking up, messing around behind my back. So, like, at this point, y'all, I'm mad. Because he already, I ain't even telling y'all all the stuff that he was doing. Like I told y'all, he had me beef with his baby mama. And my mama like, nah, this ain't it for you. You ain't never, listen, you a good girl. You got your head on straight. Leave this man alone. Anyways, her cousin tell me where she at. I told my cousin baby mama. I told my other cousin, I'm like, yo, I'm about to pull up on her. Because I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on. Before I jump to conclusions of I'm about to, I want to talk to her. So I head over there. And mind y'all, I'm catching the bus. I'm catching the bus, y'all. I catch the bus over there to go talk to her. Why I do that? I go talk to her. I see her because let me tell you, this is the thing. Her family told me where she was. Her family, like, oh yeah, the girl, she over here. So they're like, oh, she just left from this location. If you go this way, you're gonna run into her. I was like, all right, cool. Sure enough, that's what happened. So I walk up to her and I'm like, Anime Buller. Anime Buller. That's what we're gonna call it, Anime Buller. Anime, are you sleeping with my man? Y'all, and surely it's the sun is yellow and the sky is blue. Homegirl, fix her mouth like this. And if I am, what? And y'all, I know we're not supposed to condone violence, but mind y'all, this was my past. And I was 18, and I was enraged, and I didn't know no better. All I remember is, that's all I remember. And I'm just, like, hiya, choo, choo, pop, pop. The champ is here. The champ is here. Now, mind y'all, I shouldn't have been doing that. Because now that I'm older and I'm grown, I know that's not something I should have did. Now, mind you, my cousin baby mama jumped in it. Now, hold on, because I ain't never been the type of person to jump. I don't do that. When I seen her hit the girl, I stopped fighting. I told her, hey, listen, we don't do that. We won't do that. Because you know what? My mama was that person, y'all. My mama was that woman who, if she was out here throwing them bowls, and we tried to jump in it, my mama would stop mid-fight and tell us, don't do that. Or before my mama walked into a fight, my mama like, don't do that. Win or lose, it is what it is. It's going to always be one-on-one. We're going to catch these fair ones. And it irritate my soul, but I understood where my mama came from with that. My mama was saying, if I can't win a fight one-on-one by myself, I don't need to be out here fighting. For real. So I'm like, let me get my one. Plus, it's the pride about getting your one and you walking out victorious versus somebody jumping in your one. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. So anyway, why, after we did all of this, we decided to catch the bus back to where we were at. Why would I catch the bus over there to go? Well, I wasn't. I was going over there because I wanted to know what the heck was going on. But I didn't want to go over there without no backup in case the fight did pop off, as it did. And we're catching the bus back, y'all. Why would I do such a thing? And this is the thing where I say, when you look back on your life and you look at the stupid stuff that you did in your life, you be like, the fuck is wrong with you, girl? Man, we're sitting there waiting for the bus, and the bus was taking forever to come. And as the bus comes, her family and her pulls up, and they pull up. But I'm like, y'all the same motherfucker told me where she was at. I'm like, it was like 3 of her cousins was telling me where she was at, and they're like, nah, girl, handle her. Now, mind you, them cousins, they wasn't swinging, they ain't come out fighting or anything. They was mad about the whole situation. But I never forget it. My little cousin, she looked at me, and my little cousin just never was like a fighter. She never was really, she was always a prissy girl. And I always used to think she couldn't fight because she didn't fight. She looked at me, I looked at her. She said, ready? I said, ready. They ran up. They got done up. Not even gonna hold you. They had to jump us though. And that is how, I don't know if y'all can see, that is how I earned this scar. This scar right here, that vertical scar. Yes, I had to have staples put in my head for fighting over men. Even though I beat old girl up, the issue was her man was there, and her man was mad that she was getting beat up. They was jumping us, y'all, and in the midst of us them jumping us, they really couldn't fight, so they was getting done up. He went to the trunk of the car, y'all. He picked out the thing, the tire iron or crowbar, whatever it's called, that you change the tire with. He bust me in my head, y'all. He busts me in my head. Now, I seen him go to the trunk and pop the trunk. And in my mind, I'm thinking he about to get the burner. He didn't grab the burner. He grabbed the thing that you change the tire with and bust me in my head with it. I felt it. Like, I felt the sting when he hit me in my head. And then I felt just warmness flowing down my face. And I just knew it was blood, because with blood getting in my eyes. And then my cousin, my oldest cousin, she had taught me a move about when you're fighting big girls or guys or people who are just super big and you can't really get them. She said, crush their windpipe. Crush their windpipe. And I remember I'm just tagging this girl, y'all. Y'all know I'm not a violent person anymore. I'm tagging her. Pow, pow, pow. But I feel myself getting weaker, because I'm telling you, when I said the blood is pouring down, and all I can hear is her boyfriend like, what is you doing? Get her on the ground. Get this girl to the ground. And I hear him yelling like, get her. You know, he ain't saying girl. He's saying the B word. I hear him yelling, get her to the ground. I turn, I look. My cousin, she doing good. She got old girl over there like this. I'm still doing good. I'm like, all right, cool. I hear them yelling. I see somebody else punching my cousin, and my cousin's still handling herself. She taking it, y'all. She taking it. And my cousin's girlfriend, she had her baby with her. So we told her already, just go stand over there. We got this. You ain't about to fight with no kids. Yes, hood activities, y'all. I know I was young. I was dumb. I was young and I was dumb. But all I know is I kept hearing this man say, get her to the ground. I felt myself. I'm like this. At this time, I'm slumped. I'm feeling dizzy. I said, girl, if she gets you on this ground, they're going to kick you. I took everything I had with a haymaker, man. I mean, a haymaker, uppercut, man. All I know is I took and I came up this way. Bam. When I came up this way, she raised off me something. She came back. I just took her and grabbed her by her throat. And I was just squeezing her throat. I'm just squeezing it. And she can't breathe, y'all. And all I felt was somebody trying to rip my hands off of her. And by that time, the police had showed up, so everybody started scattering. So then that's by the time my family pulled up too, because we had already called them. Like I don't think we called them. Somebody else called them, because somebody had rolled by and seen it was us. And then I remember my cousins coming, y'all, and they pull up and they jump out the car with bats and all type of stuff. And the police there, the police cussing them out, and I'm leaking. I'm like, y'all, when I tell y'all I was so bloody, I was bloody. That dude, when he hit me with that tire iron thing, I always call it a crowbar, but it's a tire iron. When he hit me with that thing, I was my head was gashed open like this, and blood was just everywhere. Like my whole shirt was bloody, the front of my shirt. So like I see my cousins, they're running towards me, and they just panicking. They're panicking, and then the ambulance came. So they're like, "Oh, we got to take her to the hospital. She got to go to the hospital." I said, "Y'all," I said, "I ain't riding no ambulance. I just got no fighting. If I go in the ambulance, me, it's gonna look like I lost. I'm not me stupid. Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. I didn't get an ambulance because I was worried about my pride." Check this out, y'all. I get to my mama house. Like, they get me to my mama house. My mama mad. My aunt's mad. You went to go fight and you didn't tell nobody? Y'all got the bus with it to fight? What's wrong with y'all? Like, I'm getting cussed out. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Let me go to this bathroom, try to clean myself up. Me not knowing how bad it was. Now, this is the story that I can't tell y'all after this because this is what my family told me. So, I guess I collapsed. They heard a boom, boom in the bathroom. My mother came in there, and I guess I was collapsed on the floor. And I faintly remember, because I was in and out of consciousness. I remember being on the gurney and the ambulance rolling me out through the front room, and I remember my cousin standing over me, and he like, "Don't worry, we're about to handle this. We're about to handle this. It's about to be on." And they did. They handled it. That's why I don't fight no more, y'all. Because that night was crazy. We all had to move to different locations. Like we wasn't staying in our houses because when I tell you my cousins, my male cousins felt some type of way, they was out here and it was like, it was out here. They was out here. And that made me realize that I almost put my life in jeopardy for a man, my cousins, my family members' freedoms and freedom in jeopardy for a man. And so I never dated a man like him again. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this is the part I didn't tell y'all. I called that bum and I told him that this was about to go down and I talked to him about it. And he was the next street over, y'all, and he didn't care enough about me to come over there and come and get me to make sure these girls did not harm me. And in that moment, everything that my mom told me about him came to light. And it was a little too late that I didn't listen to my mom, and I almost lost my life because I didn't listen to my mother. And my cousin got him, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. My cousin got him good. My cousin got him good. Okay? My cousin got him good. But I had to learn a lesson right then and there. When your mama tell you something, you better start listening. Young girls, young men, when your parents warn y'all about people, no matter what y'all feel about them, no matter how y'all love them, how much y'all like them, the appeal that they're giving you, your parents know what they're talking about. My mother knew what she was talking about. I almost lost my life because I didn't listen to my mother. And I thank God I listen to my mother now, because if I did not listen to my mom, I wouldn't have the fabulous life that I have now, the fabulous husband, the fabulous kids that I have now. I would not have this life. I would probably be in my grave or in jail, or God forbid, with that man. And mind you, it was because I lowered my standard. I lowered my standard. I did, y'all. I lowered my standard because out the gate, when I first seen him, I said his oral hygiene was off. It wasn't even just his oral hygiene. It was like everything was off. His character, his moral, his hygiene, everything was off. And I ain't never in my life dated a man like that again. I never dated a thug again, ever in my life. I never dated someone who sold drugs again, ever in my life. I never dated someone who put me in a position to fight, ever again in my life. Never. Never. It took that one lesson of me almost losing my life and realizing that my mama was right. These men always want something from you. Not all. Some of them. And girl, man, listen, y'all. That was my ghetto. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even see the comments. That was my ghetto story time. My ghetto story time. But y'all, listen. I am saved from the thugs. I don't deal with them no more. It's only been one. Only one. And baby, my big mama will never go back. I like me nothing but them good wholesome boys. But guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I got so many stories in my vault, y'all. I'm trying to figure out how to story tell without saying all the time or y'all. Cause baby, I be sitting here talking to y'all like y'all my cousins. Hey cousin. Hey cousins. But anyway, y'all, I'm telling you, Don't be dating them thugs. Them thugs will lead you down a path of destruction. Y'all know y'all date those thugs. They be toxic. I can't say it on here because it's YouTube and kids be on this channel. But if you know, you know they be having that toxic hypnotizing. Alright, bye y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Oh my God. You don't become